Yo, what's up everyone? Trendy here. So, big news in the Indian podcasting world, folks. The podcasting scene in India has been buzzing with excitement and controversy lately. Samay Raina and Ranveer Alabadia are in hot water over some controversial comments. These comments have sparked a lot of debates and discussions online and offline. But amidst the backlash, another big name has stepped in, Rajat Dalal. Dalal is known for his candid opinions and straightforward approach. Dalal, known for his straightforward talk, didn't hold back. He took to social media to voice his thoughts, making it clear where he stands. He voiced support for Raina, calling him a good person and a brother. Dalal emphasized the importance of standing by friends in tough times. But, and this is a big but, he also condemned the comments made by both Raina and Alabadia. He made it clear that while he supports his friend, he doesn't agree with everything said. It's a classic case of support the person, not the action. Dalal's nuanced stance has garnered both praise and criticism. Dalal's stance is interesting because he's not shying away from the controversy. Instead, he's facing it head-on, addressing the issues directly. He's directly addressing it, which is more than what some people do. Many tend to avoid such controversies, but not Dalal. He's walking that tightrope of supporting a friend while also acknowledging the problem. It's a delicate balance to maintain. It's a tough spot to be in, but Dalal's navigating it in a way that's both honest and real. His approach might set a new standard for handling such situations in the future. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this whole thing. This incident has been the talk of the town, and for good reason. The controversy led to an FIR being filed against both Raina and Alabadia. The news spread like wildfire, catching everyone's attention. Yeah, things got real serious, real quick. The atmosphere was tense and everyone was on edge. They were even summoned by the police. The legal implications were becoming very real. Raina complied, but Alabadia's response is still up in the air. His hesitation added another layer of complexity to the situation. Both of them issued apologies, and Raina even took down the content that sparked the whole firestorm. It was a step towards damage control. This situation highlights the power and potential pitfalls of having a platform. When you have a large following, your actions are magnified. Words matter, and when you have a large audience, those words can have serious consequences. It's a double-edged sword. It's a reminder that even with the best intentions, things can go sideways. Unintended consequences can arise out of nowhere. And when they do, taking responsibility is crucial. Owning up to your actions is the first step towards resolution. One of the things that really got Dalal fired up was the use of abusive language. He expressed concern about how it's becoming increasingly normalized, especially among young people. He even pointed to an example of a kid using profanity on stage to applause. Dalal sees this as a dangerous trend, and he's not wrong. When we brush aside abusive language, we're essentially condoning it. We're telling kids that it's okay to talk like that, and that's a slippery slope. Words have power, and we need to be mindful of the messages we're sending, especially to the younger generation. Section 4. Allegations of copying and the need for mindfulness. Dalal didn't stop there. He also called out Alabadia for allegedly copying a comment from an English podcast. He basically told him to be more original and to think before he speaks, especially since he's been in the podcasting game for a while. This brings up an important point about originality and giving credit where credit is due. In the age of the internet, it's easy to borrow ideas, but it's important to do so ethically. Acknowledge your sources, give credit to the creators, and put your own spin on things. Section 5. Accountability, ban culture, and distrust of social media. Now, Dalal's not all about punishment. He believes in a more nuanced approach to dealing with mistakes and wrongdoings. He's a big believer in accountability and learning from mistakes. For him, it's about growth and improvement, not just pointing fingers. He's not down with this whole cancel culture thing. He thinks it's counterproductive and often unfair. He thinks that if someone owns up to their mistakes and makes amends, they should be given a chance to redeem themselves. Redemption is key in his philosophy. He also dropped a truth bomb about social media. He doesn't trust it. He feels it's a breeding ground for misinformation. He thinks it's full of bots and fake accounts, and he'd rather get feedback from real people in the real world. He values genuine human interaction over digital noise. And you know what? He's not entirely wrong. Many share his skepticism about the authenticity of online interactions. Social media can be a toxic echo chamber, and it's important to take everything you see online with a grain of salt. Critical thinking is essential. So, there you have it, folks. A deep dive into Dalal's perspective. The Rajat Dalal take on the Samay Raina and Ranveer Alabadia controversy. It's a complex issue with many layers. It's a story about friendship, accountability, the power of words, and the pitfalls of social media. It shows how easily things can spiral out of control online. It's a lot to unpack, but one thing's for sure, this conversation is far from over. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, stay warm, and keep your eye on Trendy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.